Greetings to you all and welcome to the one we've all been waiting for. It's time for Missile Command for the Game Boy, recorded in beautiful HD for no apparent reason, and I'm staring at this screen which is currently magnified to 1920 by 1080, and it looks beautiful. Perfectly well proportioned, let me tell you. So, this is Missile Command. I didn't know what I was getting myself into when I started this, but it is the classic game for the arcade, Atari. I don't know, we know Missile Command, right? And I've never actually played this game, but I mean, we could figure out what's going on, right? That missile phased through my explodey death cloud, that's not too great. But I think we can make a best of this. So we're back on the classic Game Boy, that means we don't even have colour. And whoa, my missiles persist for a long time after they connect. And I'm apparently useless at this game. And I shoot all of my missiles from the same base. So it's the other button fires from the other base. We're learning, people, we are learning. Great stuff, and we get to watch our exhaust fumes fade out of existence. Now you may be asking yourself, where am I? You may have read where I am, because it did say at the start of the level, but I see pyramids in the background. And so I'm going to take a wild guess that I am defending Cairo. The skyscrapers of Cairo, which are not as tall... What is this? What? Anyway, the skyscrapers of Cairo, which are not as tall as the pyramids, need defending from whoever's trying to bomb Cairo. Probably this. Plane? Maybe? I don't know what that is. It seems that detonating missiles point... That's a plane. If that's a plane, then what was the first thing? The flickering and flashing that's being picked up by the recording is happening in the game as well, just to be clear about that. That's not some frame rate issue. This is genuinely what I'm seeing as well. Seems I get bonus points for the number of missiles I don't use, so that little flurry at the end was unnecessary. That's enough of that. Defend New York. Whoa, those towers are not looking too good. It's an old game, okay? It's an old game. I don't mean any harm. This feels back to front. So, I've set my keys up as best I can here, and I've put the left button on an actual Game Boy onto the left of my two keys. What's the end of you? And I put the right button onto the right of my two keys. But the missiles fire back to front. So, if I want to shoot from the left missile podium, I have to press the right button. If I want to shoot from the right missile podium, I have to shoot from the left button. Now, it makes me think maybe I put the buttons round the wrong way, but how was a Game Boy? I have a Game Boy. I could go check it. I'm sticking with what I got. So a little concerning that on level 3 I actually did lose one of my two Missile Command bases. But it seems that it gets restored. So the point of Missile Command, for the two of you out there that don't know, is simply to defend the buildings that are at the bottom of the screen. So not the missile podiums, but all the buildings in between. And each tracer that's coming down from the top of the screen is aimed at a specific building or a missile podium. And if I lose all of the buildings, then I die. And I think if I lose both of my missile podiums, then I die. But the more buildings you can keep alive, the better, because that gives you more points. And back in these days, the good old days of gaming, points were everything. That's the only way to measure how well you did. Did you get more points than the other guy? Then you're better than him. Not just at the game, but, in life. What? Is that a UFO? Is that a parabomb? It's actively dodging, whatever it is. It's made of sterner stuff than planes, and I still don't know what the other things are supposed to be. Satellites? Wrong button. Okay, this is good. That's less good, but we took out the plane without even aiming at it, and that's great. I like the depiction of London in the background. It seems to have the BT Tower. I'm not sure the BT Tower even existed, so that's impressive. But we've got Tower Bridge. What is that thing? I have no idea. My eyes cannot work it out. I'm sure it's something very obvious, and if people have played Missile Command, then it's probably drawn significantly better in most instances of Missile Command. But I have no idea. I'm going to go a little nuts with the shooting now, because I don't know how to defeat this thing that moves half an inch to the left and therefore is completely invulnerable to explosions. This thing is seriously defeating me. Okay. Okay. That is quite the missile. But fortunately it can only destroy one building. And London is mostly saved. It was a good effort by us. Sydney, we have an opera house. This has turned into a game of geography, which is something I should have tried to prevent from happening because my geography is atrocious. And I'm going to come undone when we get to anything less obvious than the pyramids. So apologies if your country comes up and I don't recognise any of its landmarks. Sydney's in quite a state over here. I don't even know why I'm defending against missiles that are not going to hit anything of merit. By these sneaky bombs. It seems to be bouncing off of the fumes. There you go, nice concentrated burst. Look at the flames burn above Sydney. Seems that every country in the world has exactly the same defense against missiles. Bonus city? Oh, my life's oh, okay. Quad points for this one, though. So my life situation is looking a little grim. Only have 3 cities left. 2 cities left, that's what I meant to say. And they are now bombing me with a lot of these things. Whatever they are. I do actually need to defend against that. Okay, good job. I have no missiles left. This building is not going to survive. Yes, it is. Victory to us, people! That thing is just parading for us. There we go. Great. 400 points. To Paris. Okay. Life's getting tricky now. I seem to be using the complete... I didn't even notice. But we're fine. We're fine. There's nothing left in Paris but a military installation, but we're fine. Apologies to anyone who lives where these missiles are heading, but I only care about the stuff that's heading towards my little base. I can just push it out the way with the rockets. This is a sensible tactic. Okay, new plan. The buildings were just there to get in the way. We have everything we need. We have one base. Don't give me bonus cities. No one wants cities. Just to be clear, this is something to do with the difficulty of the game. And that I'm getting to this, I don't care about my cities anymore. This is not personally anything against France. I just defended a city, that was my bad. It seems you can shoot these things way in advance. Because so long as the missile hits the explodey puff of air, the giant fireball that burns in the sky, so long as it hits that, the missile gets destroyed. And that lasts for a long, long time. So, seems I can just set up some kind of unstoppable defense by shooting point blank in front of me. Sorry, I pressed the wrong button, my bad. Except for these things need to be corralled away from me. Are you trying to curve? You're not going to hit me, are you? No. Okay, good, good. Tactical dodging. Nice bit of red square in the background. Nice bit of juggling with that bomb. Not really getting the full points worth out of these later levels, but I am living. Stop giving me cities, no one cares. Now, this is going to be one of the best performances of this game I think anyone here has ever seen. Okay, that base is gone. It's all in on the right base. Set up our defences. I feel less like I'm firing defender missiles and I'm playing a game of tower defence. Seems to be working. I don't know what it is, but it's mine. Oh, I'm taking this thing down. No, I'm not. Nearly pushed it into me. Dramatic. Oh, I got points into the 5 digits. That's pretty good. Is that victory? Well, I gotta hand it to Mark, Colin, Elliot and Joe. They're pretty good. Chris is about on the same level as me. Mark is absolutely just... He's another level of Missile Command player, let me tell you that. And for these people to round off their scores so perfectly, I'm a little suspect. I was about to type my name in on the keyboard before I realised I'm playing on a Game Boy. So that would have gone poorly. But what should we go with? We'll go with A. Because I pressed one button expecting to go to the next letter and it just submitted my name for me automatically. The E of accolade destroys everything that come before it. And so that was it. Short, I know, but that was Missile Command. And just to be clear, although the ending showed a bridge getting destroyed, not a Russian bridge, just a mysterious random bridge, that was actually the end of the game. I did look at how many levels are in this game, and Moscow is the last level, and I completed it. My point score is rubbish, but I didn't die. So that's a completed game, it's another one for the list. And you know what happens when we complete a game? That's right. It's time to spin a wheel. Now, do we just spin this without any sound? That seems a little sad, but let's do it. Okay, give us something a little bit better this time. Here we go. Reminder to everyone watching, everything on the wheel stays on the wheel until it comes up. Random stays on the wheel forever. So if there's any of the games on the wheel that you're looking forward to seeing, then, I don't know, maybe you want to subscribe or something? Hint, hint. Because the games will be coming up at some point, and you'll be able to see them. Oh, thank the Queen. Viewers aside really makes my heart stop every time it comes up. But hey, long live the Queen. So, this is a game that's available for Steam, and a friend of mine purchased it for me because I'm British, and they're aware of the fact I'm British, and they therefore concluded I have to have this game. I've never played it, I don't know anything about it, so it's going to be interesting. Hopefully you'll join me for that, and I shall see you next time. One other thing, there should be a little annotation on the screen which gives you a link to the playlist for Long Live the Queen. If it's not there, it means I haven't uploaded Long Live the Queen yet. But click that if you want to see it, or subscribe, follow, all of that. Follow? No, wrong website. But do all of that good stuff if you want to see any of these games coming up, or if you're waiting for Long Live the Queen. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.